What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Untouched podcast. Today I have a very special guest for you guys. He's the sneaker king of Miami. His name's Eli Preme. This guy hangs out with all the celebrities, parties with all the celebrities. He's gonna give us an inside scoop about how he got started, crazy stories with the celebrities. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. And stay tuned, because at the end of the video, we might be doing a giveaway. And if you really wanna participate into it, then listen to all the crazy stories that you're about to hear. I'm gonna go pick him up now. I'll see you guys when he's here. Okay, who do we have here today?
Eli Preme. I sell sneakers to everybody in Miami, from celebrities, A-listers, anyone you could think of, I sell sneakers to.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
My guy.
Nah, I'm joking. I already know you. But all right, my boy Eli has been in the Miami scene for quite a few years now.
Yes, sir.
I figured it was time to, get him on the podcast, have him talk about shoes, have him talk about crazy stories, have him talk about what he does on his off time when he isn't meeting celebs and partying with everybody.
Facts.
So let's get started. Where are you from?
So I'm from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. I moved to Miami about 3 years ago. Honestly, I have to say it was one of the best decisions I ever made. And yeah.
Why is it the best decision you ever made?
So selling sneakers in New York compared to Miami, I feel like in New York, there's wealth there, but people don't spend the same as they do here. People in Miami, everybody wants to look rich. Everybody wants to impress. Everybody wants to go to live with the hottest shoes. So people here spend money like crazy.
That makes sense. Okay, so I know a little bit about your family history. Give us the Poppy steak, how that connection to you is.
Absolutely. So my uncle opened up, that's actually the main reason why we all moved down to Miami, me, my dad, and my uncle. My uncle opened up, I'm sure you guys have heard of it, Poppy Steak down in South Beach. Is the littest restaurant out right now. Fire, you already know. And yeah, he's just been killing it.
Cool. So what made you want to do something different though, and like not take the same route as them into like, the food industry? You kind of took a different approach. Why was that?
Well, I mean, people don't know. I've been selling sneakers longer than he's been making steaks. I've been doing it for a minute.
Okay.
I've been in the game for about 5 years. I started out in middle school. I really worked my way up, and yeah.
Fire. What's your favorite part about selling sneakers though?
I like the hospitality. I mean, I guess hospitality runs in my family's blood. My grandpa owned the hotel. A bunch of my family members are kind of involved in hospitality in different ways.
Yeah.
So I just genuinely like the feeling of giving someone a shoe or selling someone a shoe and seeing their face.
Do you remember your first shoe that you ever sold?
Oh, for sure.
What shoe was it?
It was
and
the
how
Cherry.
Much did you sell it for?
Cherry 12s. I think I paid like $200. I sold it for like $250. Made like $50. But yo, $50 at the time.
Then,
I was lit.
He was lit.
I was so lit.
Fire,
I was good.
Fire.
Bacon, egg, and cheesy for the whole week.
So
I was chilling.
once you sold that shoe though, was that like when you said, damn, maybe like I have something with this or a future with this? Or it took like a couple more sales and you're like, all right, maybe this is a business? Like when did you treat it as a business versus like just a side job?
Absolutely. So I was always an entrepreneur. In school, I would always try to hustle. I mean, even going back to like 3rd grade, you know how they give you the chocolates to sell for $1?
Yeah, of course.
So I would charge $2 and keep $1. You know what I mean? I was always a hustler. So once I kind of saw the opportunity in sneakers and how I saw how much money there is in it, just went on go.
Fire.
Bro, and I've had some crazy stories with sneakers. I mean, I was 14, 15 years old living in New York, and obviously the weather in New York is nowhere near how it is in Miami.
At all.
Freezing. I had to wear jackets, scarves, and I was out there grinding, skipping school. Guys, don't skip school, by the way. But I was out there skipping school, working all night long, camping outside stores to get sneakers. I would wait in line. I would run around in the city, take the train from Brooklyn all the way to the Bronx, back to the city, running around like a maniac to make money and grind sneakers. And honestly, it's actually insane how much of a culture it is,
Yes.
People just
Sound
look
like
at it.
You had some really late nights and early mornings.
A lot of late nights, a lot. I mean, bro, I was out there in the Bronx for 10 hours.
In the cold weather.
Freezing.
That's actually crazy. Just for a chance at a pair of sneakers.
For a chance, not even to get it guaranteed, just a chance. And it's insane. And I'm so happy that I put in those hours because I built myself to now. I don't have to camp outside. I don't have to run around. I have the connections that I've built over time.
You gotta put in the groundwork.
You have to.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that the groundwork is it's what separates you.
Absolutely.
If there's no groundwork, it's like you might blow up, but then your shit's gonna fall over because there's no foundation. The hours you were putting in, that's the foundation. That's the cement. That's the glue to the fucking tower. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And a lot of people, unfortunately, they think you can just make it in 6 months overnight.
Never.
That's not how life works. Like, the only reason y'all see it like that is because you don't see anybody before they make it. They don't.
Right.
No one cares until you make it.
Nobody cares.
So once you make it, that's when you get to see it, and it's like, oh shit, where'd they come from?
Right.
But they don't know that they was busting their ass for 5 hours.
They don't know the hours.
You know, I was an Uber driver before I even came up with anything. I was driving Uber for 10 hours a day.
Crazy.
You know, so it's like, you just never know what's gonna happen unless you put in the work.
Of course.
There's this quote is like, if you don't stay consistent, you're guaranteed failure.
Guaranteed.
Like,
it's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
It's literally a guarantee.
That's
literally.
You might not make it, but if you don't be consistent, you're guaranteed not to make it.
Guaranteed.
You know, like,
whatever it is, whatever passion you guys have, if you lock in for a good 5 years, no distractions whatsoever, and you work every single day, 10 hours a day for 5 years,
without a doubt,
I think it's impossible to fail.
Without a doubt.
It's impossible.
Without a doubt. You'll have some type of success, whether it's the scale you want it at or not, success will be earned.
Right.
But the question is can you put 5 years in?
Straight.
You know what I mean?
No distractions.
Can you?
No girlfriends on the side, nothing.
Know, it's
just lock in.
It's sacrificing, brother, and a lot of people are willing to sacrifice.
They aren't.
You know,
they
and
aren't.
It's like, I learned that sacrifice, the more you sacrifice, the more the universe will bless you.
Of course.
You know, if you're just living your life without sacrifice, then you're not gonna have anything that's worth having for, because it don't come easy. Everything that we like, it's hard. You like jewelry, it's hard to get. You like nice shoes, it's hard to get. You like nice clothes, it's hard to get. You like nice fucking glasses, it's hard to get. You like nice girls, it's hard to get.
That's a fact.
You want a nice body, it's hard to get.
That's a fact.
Everything in life is hard. But guess what's also hard? Being broke is hard.
Very hard. I'll never do that
Being
shit
fat is
again.
hard.
Never.
You know, like not being able to put yourself in nice clothes is hard.
Of course.
Not being able to take care of your family is hard. Not being able to eat well is hard. So you just have to choose your heart in life. Both sides are hard. And I just chose the side that made sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, right. What's that quote? It's like, everybody's depressed, but I'd rather be depressed in a Ferrari than be depressed in a bus.
1000%.
You know what I mean?
I'd rather cry in a Maybach.
Yeah, we in the Maybach. What we doing?
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, bro, I'm glad we could come on here, talk about positive things, and bring a little bit more insight into the world. You know, Miami's your home now. It's my home. And I feel like a lot of us individuals, like, we're not, I won't say lost, because we're in the right area, because we are in Miami, but we're just not focused on the right things, you know? And just like you know and I know, you can get lost in here. You know, you gotta keep people around you that keep you grounded, you know. Find the right friend that wants to motivate you to the gym and not only to the club, you know. Find a friend that actually reads a book and not just, you know, reads tweets all day. Like, you're already in the right environment, but now you have to put the right people around you.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
1000%. So that's all from me. You got anything else you want to share?
Let me see.
I got something. You didn't tell us. What's your favorite celebrity that you've ever dropped a shoe off to?
Ooh,
What ended with that one?
Go one. I've sold to Jamie Foxx, DJ Khaled, Kai Cenat, Takeoff, Jim Jones,
RP Takeoff,
RP Take, Jewels, Jorge Masvidal. I was with Balvin. I mean, I've pretty much sold to anybody in Miami.
The list goes on.
It just keeps going. I lose track. Gunna.
Okay, so I won't say what was your favorite. What was your funniest? There had to be a funny one.
Let me see. I feel like my favorite two had, first of all, Khaled. Yeah. Khaled's a trip. Like, I thought in the beginning that how he is on social media is like an act. Like, nah, the dude is really like that.
Funny.
Bro, I gave him a unreleased Jordan 3, and I'm not kidding, for maybe 3 minutes straight. I love these. And he kept spamming that I love these button. He just kept spamming it. Like, yo, all right, we get it.
Oh my God, DJ Khaled.
He's a trip. But good energy, which is what I love.
Good energy.
Kai Cenat was lit. Kai Cenat shut down the city of New York. Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Bro, riots, mayhem. He was doing a PS5 giveaway. He shut down all of New York. And
shout out to Kai Cenat,
I sold him kicks right before it happened. And bro, like, the dude is just mad cool. Like, he's just a cool dude. Like, he's a New Yorker. I'm from New York.
So
our energy is
it
like,
makes sense.
You know what I mean? We were laughing, turning up. He's a dope guy. Joel's always used to show me love. I don't know. It's really hard to say like who's my favorite.
Because you've had so many.
I've had so many good memories. You know,
That's good.
I
That's
feel
a
like
blessing, though.
Blessing. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people come up to these celebrities and they're fanboy or they're trying to be groupies or leeches. When I meet celebrities, I want to provide something because so many people are trying to get from them that when you actually come to them and provide them something, it's a whole different ballgame.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
You're
So
right.
I come to them. I don't want nothing from you. You don't have to do nothing. Here's your shoes. Give me my cash, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Literally, like Kai was like, "Yo, why don't you stick around? We're about to do the giveaway." I was like, "I'm out."
It's not about that. Yeah.
I'm good.
Nah,
I'm
I
good.
know.
Like, I just want my bread.
And that makes you stick out from the other individuals because there's
Facts.
people that wouldn't leave their side if
I
they
know.
had an opportunity
They don't leave.
to.
I know.
That's good.
So I'm
little
out.
gems. It's the little gems like that.
That's
Plant
it.
your seed and get out of there.
And get out.
Let the seed grow. Let it
Yes.
fruition. Let it become something.
And
Too
it
many
always
people
works.
try to pull the seed out before it even.
Yeah.
Like
right away,
you know, let the root get in there, sprout a little bit, and then do your thing.
Absolutely, and it always works because when you're cool and you're organic and you're natural, they text you.
Genuine.
They hit you up like, "Yo, what are you doing
Genuine.
tonight?" You know what I mean?
Genuine
Energy.
genuine energy is. I think that's the two words I'd want to say is the most important out of this whole podcast.
I agree.
If you have genuine energy, it will take you places where money can't. It will take you places where connections can't. Just have genuine energy, and you'll land yourself in rooms that no one else can get in.
Right. Absolutely.
1000%. So now that that's been crushing, like, has energies changed from certain friends? Had you have to get away from people? Like, what have you noticed, like, during your success that you realize, like, damn, not everybody that's with me is actually for me, you know? Because I feel like on my part and now your part, as you're growing, you kind of have to experience these things, which makes you, like, test your friendships and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's actually one of the greatest questions I've heard in a podcast. I have actually never gotten that question, and it's actually something that really bothers me because I have friends from back home, and they feel like I kind of abandoned them and like I'm bougie now.
Of course.
But I mean, I don't know how am I bougie because I'm doing well, because I'm working. I mean, I try to put them onto the same opportunities and they just don't want to. Probably trust me, all of my boys back in Brooklyn, I gave them the same opportunity and they want to smoke weed and play basketball all day. So how's that on my fault? How's that my fault?
Nah, I feel like in life, all you can kind of do is like give somebody a door.
Facts.
And how far they turn the knob and like enter that door is on them. You built the door.
Yeah.
Or you gave them the fishing pole. How many fishes they catch with it?
It's up to them.
That's on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I respect that a lot. Me too. Like growing into like this industry that I'm in now, it's like I'm like scared to meet new people just based on the fact that I don't know what their intentions are.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Course.
So it's like you're playing like this Russian roulette every time you meet somebody because it's like, damn, they might be good, but they might be bad. And all it takes is one clown to like ruin the circus, you know what I mean? One bad apple, tree falls off. So I kind of take that approach too.
Of course, and especially in these days, it's not even like one good, one bad. It's like two bad, one good.
Maybe you're right.
You know what I mean?
It's not even a 1-for-1.
Yeah, it's not even 1-for-1 anymore. I mean, everybody out here, especially in Miami, they all have intentions. You know, it's not natural, and that's why like. Obviously, we've hung out for a while, and that's why I fuck with you, because our energy is genuine, you know? I'm not gaining anything from you, and you're not gaining anything from me. It's genuine love,
It's just love, yeah.
And out here, it's just about gaining. It's all about what they can get out of you.
That's 100% a fact. How do you feel about the Miami girls?
Oh, man. They're out here, they're ruthless. But I'm not going to lie, in my opinion, low-key motivating. Because out here, I got motivated because I definitely got motivated. Because when I moved out here, I just thought like I could be a nice, sweet Jewish kid and, impress them with my charms. It's none of that. You got to have money, you got to have status, you got to have connections. And that shit low-key motivated me.
I never looked at it like that.
Facts.
That's a fact. It's
They
definitely motivating because if you see a girl and you shoot your shot and you miss it, it's like, well, damn, I got to step up my game.
Yes.
Because what I tell everybody is someone's hitting.
For sure. Always.
Someone's hitting.
Always.
And just because it's not you doesn't mean that someone's not hitting.
That's a fact.
So you're right. You can use that as motivation in a way. Yeah, I've definitely used it as motivation. I didn't think about it, but you're right. Because it's like everybody wants who they want. And at the end of the day, we're human. We're always going to want what we can't have.
Always.
The girl that likes us, we usually don't want. And the girl that we want usually doesn't want us. So we spend time chasing the one that wants us.
It's so cruel. It's like God's cruelty. It's so cruel. It's insane.
But I'm starting to learn as I get older, though, you just choose the one that likes you. because
Yeah.
that's the one that's gonna be
Yeah.
there whether you come up or
Facts.
come down. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
All the ones that really like the glamorous and the partying, like
Right.
they're there for temporary satisfaction. You know, as soon
course.
as you go down, they go down.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not willing to deal with that anymore. I feel like if I'm investing my time and my energy like into a woman or into something that I love, that I want something back. Not necessarily like that monetary, but like if I'm giving you money or if I'm taking care of this,
Right.
give me love, give me appreciation,
Absolutely.
make me feel like a man. You know what? I feel
Absolutely.
like a lot of times as men now, we're chasing a bill. Imagine you chase a girl that doesn't want you. You finally get her to go to dinner. All right, cool. Now you got to pay for dinner. Let's say she wants to get her nails done the next day.
Yep.
You just chased a girl that's now a bill. If the love was reciprocated evenly, you wouldn't have to chase it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like now I'm realizing just attract.
Of course.
Just attract the energy.
Yes,
Whether it's
absolutely.
relationships,
Absolutely.
friendships, business,
Absolutely.
just attract, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good energy attracts good energy. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
100%. And like, I'm at the point now where like I can feel people's energy just by like their presence.
Right.
Like they don't have to say too many words. They don't have to do
Right.
anything. It's like, you can just feel when somebody is like in search of someone else's energy rather than like carrying their own energy,
Of course.
you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shit's crazy, bro. Like that's a real thing, you know, like for real, for real.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the future. Like where do you
Yes.
see yourself in 5 years? Like, do you want to open a store? Like, what's your intentions? How big do you see your sneaker business going? Let's just start it off there.
So, I mean, I've obviously gotten great offers to do a store, but I don't know. I love hospitality, don't get me wrong, but to be in a store for 8 hours a day and having people try on the shoe, especially window shoppers, I can't handle that. I don't have the energy or the patience for it at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm doing my thing right now. I don't think I necessarily need a store, but in 5 years, I see myself, no matter what venture I decide, because honestly, I don't think I'm going to do sneakers long term.
Yeah.
But it's just to get my foot into the door.
Into the door, of course.
I wouldn't have met such nice people in Miami, and I wouldn't have met everybody, and I wouldn't have gotten as good as I am here if I didn't have something to offer.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta add value. Always.
you have to have value.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're nothing. You know how many people?
Especially as a man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because girls can add value with their looks.
Right.
We gotta add value with status, like you said earlier. Money, connections. I agree 100%.
You have to have something, and that's why when I got into Miami and I kind of knew who's who. I already knew I had like targets, I guess you could say. Like I already knew who was lit. I already knew who I wanted to be boys with. I know what, like, you know what I mean?
You knew the energy kind of.
I knew the energy.
You
I
kind of had
knew
like a little cheat code.
Cheat code.
Yeah, a lot of people, they move here and they don't realize like it's a tough city in Miami.
Tough.
Like
Tough.
you can't just come here and think that you're going to be at the best table unless you're paying the top dollar amount. Like, and even if you're paying the top dollar amount, there's going to be nights where there's clients that have been there 3 years ago.
Exactly.
So you won't even get the opportunity to get the table.
Exactly. And that's why I like, and I call it, I mean, that's the word for it. It's called bartering, where I'm not really a transactional person. I don't like where it's like, here, I'm going to pay you money, now get me into the club or whatever.
Yeah,
I like to give
100%.
something and get something in return.
Respect.
So I'll give the manager of a club a sneaker for him and his wife. In return, he'll help me out when I'm in the club.
Giving out gym guys, these are free gyms.
Yeah, absolutely.
I call it planting seeds. You know?
Yes.
Like there's things that I've done a year ago, and I knew that maybe it's not going to return right now, but a year from now, I might need that person, or that person might be in a position where they can give me something, and before, only I could give them something.
Facts.
You know, but you have to just do it and not think about it. You
Right.
know, if you're expecting something right away,
it'll never work out.
It'll never work out. Like the universe, I believe in the universe.
Me too. I'm a deep believer.
It's always watching. You got to give without expecting to receive.
Just do good. You do good by people, and they'll do good by you. And if they don't, forget about them. Leave them. Next.
Yeah, they don't owe you anything. Another thing I wanted to ask you is, what do you do on your off time? Your free time.
Well,
when you're not networking, or you're not selling shoes, or you're not at the best clubs in the world, what are you doing?
Honestly, that is all I'm doing. I mean, I'm thinking about the question. I mean, all day long I am networking, and all day long I'm trying to reach clients.
It's a non-stop job. People always ask me when you're off. I'm like,
never.
I mean, 2 a.m. If I'm in the club writing a client or a model.
Of course.
It makes sense. Okay, what is something you like to do when you aren't doing that though? Maybe something sport-wise, playing games. What is it? What's your go-to when you're not in the field, basically?
I like video games. I mean, some people aren't fond of video games. I kind of think of it as like meditation. Like it's a time where I chill.
It's a break,
listen to music, play some video games, and just chill.
What's your favorite video game?
2K, Madden, 4, COD.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to challenge you on here, what game would you say?
2K. No, what do you mean
2K.
2K. We never ran our 2K game. We got to run it.
So how about we do this? One of the fans watching or one of the viewers
Yes.
watching, y'all comment on the whatever description of the video and play him one-on-one for a pair of sneakers.
Done. Anybody that wants to play me in
There you
2K,
go.
quick game. I got the Lakers. Any sneaker, I got it. Let's go. Run it. Hey, white Air Force Ones.
There you
Let's
go.
go. Done.
Two sneakers. He'll do Air Forces, and then I'll do sneakers.
Wow, let's get it. What we doing? Let's go.
You have any questions for me though?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, how do you handle your competition? Like, I know, especially like in the business that you're in, there's a ton of competition. How do you navigate it? And also, are you friends with them, or is it straight smoke? Like, how is it really?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I was telling Inu about this earlier. So in my business, it's kind of like, okay, so for everyone that doesn't know, most people probably know, I own a modeling agency. So there's always other companies trying to recruit girls or offer them other incentives and basically try to take my clients and make them go to their agency.
Right.
But what I've learned over time that is if you stick with principles in your business, that over time those principles will remain like the foundation, you know what I mean? Like, there was other companies that started way before me or got many girls before me, but now we're number one. And the reason we're number one is because any girl that I have a relationship with, I make them feel like they're actually my friend and I'm not using them just to make money, because I actually care. So it's genuine. And I feel like in today's world, these girls are literally getting harassed by guys online, in person. So when they meet somebody that's genuine and actually wants to help them, it resonates, you know? Like, I have models from 2020, 2021, and they stick with me because they know, like, out there's just not going to be people who actually cares about them, you know? So besides that fact, the competition, bro, honestly, I don't look at the competition as competition. Like, I just only see myself and my company and like what we're trying to do.
I
like,
love that.
I never really navigated and said, damn, how are they doing this? I look at it as motivation, like you said. Like, if they're doing something that works and is better than me, I'm just gonna try to figure out how to do what they did and better it, you know? And I feel like in any business, if that's what people do, rather than try to say, all right, how do I attack them and make them go down?
Wasting your energy on them for what? Waste
all you
energy
gotta
on
do
yourself.
is find their strategy, put your mind to it, switch it up, and now you have your own thing going, you know? Like, I'll tell everybody the story. There's this one time, and I think like 2021, where I had an opportunity to fuck over an agency because there was a girl that kind of knew the dude, but I was thinking about it in the long run. I'm like, okay, I believe in karma, you know? And it's like, if I attack somebody without them knowing and they haven't done anything to me, then, then who am I? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm jeopardizing my character for money, then I don't have a character. And like, I feel like in life, there's no dollar amount on who you are. Once you allow there to be a dollar amount, you let the matrix get you.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
You're selling your soul for money, your morals. You're bending everything for dollars for what?
Exactly.
To ride a Uber Suburban, then the Uber X. Like, come on.
And when I say morals, it's like, it's two different things. Because there's morals where like, okay, you know, hold the door for a girl, or never lie, or don't steal.
Of course.
Those are just like the solid morals. But then there's morals about like, what are you worth? Can someone buy you? Can someone tell you what to do that you would never do? Would you know, lie to your mom, or would you punch somebody for money? Those are like the morals that I say you should never break, no matter what. You know, when it comes to like brotherhood and like friendships, there's just things that you don't do if you really care about people, you know what I mean? But then again, these are like the things that us people type get and others don't, you know?
I actually had I have a similar situation where, I'm not going to say the name obviously, but I had a person of high power offer me to do a store, and I really, really thought about it, and we had a few meetings about it, and I ended up not doing it because, number one, I saw that our visions didn't align. Number 2, the person who he is, like, he's a cool guy, don't get me wrong, but you know, at my age, I'm not sure if I can handle that much stress and dealing with a person that's kind of overwhelming.
100%.
And you know, and
you did what's best for you.
I would have had to slime somebody out to do it as well. It was too many things that, sure, I probably would have made a substantial amount of money extra.
But it's not always about
But it's just not about money. It's my freedom, my peace, my happiness is worth it. You can't buy that. You can't 100%. Buy that. I'm happy, I'm chilling, doing my thing, and I wouldn't sell that for nothing.
Fire. The last thing I want to say is, the year's wrapping up.
Yes.
We got like maybe 70 something days left. What advice would you give to anybody that's young, your age, that's motivated and hungry and like just wants to make it, what would you give them?
The best advice I could ever give, as someone that started off very young, don't listen to your parents. Don't listen to your family members. Don't listen to your friends, your sisters, girls, nothing. If you have an idea in your mind, just do it. You got nothing to lose. Bro, when I started selling sneakers, I didn't know what I was doing. I was posting on Instagram, talking to people, trying to get my name out there. People were laughing at me. People were mocking me. People were looking at me like I was a joke, literally laughing at me in my face, behind my back. And I grinded. And those same people that are talking about me are now hitting me up, begging me to fly them out to Miami, to hang out with me, to chill with me.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm shining now. And that's it. If you got an idea, whatever it is, if it's a clothing brand, sneakers, art, paint, DJing, rapping, whatever it is, lock in. Get rid of the girls. Get rid of any distractions. Lock in. Tunnel vision, and you'll make it happen.
The last thing I want to say is, my piece of advice is, anybody that's in your life that isn't adding any value to you or benefiting you in any way, just remove them, save yourself the trouble, because I promise you, those people don't really care about you, because real people are gonna make sure to always uplift you and make sure you're in a better position so that they all can win. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's not about just you when you have a team, you know? The difference between a leader and a boss is a leader wants to be followed and a boss wants to put other people on.
Correct.
Too many times you guys are following leaders and not bosses.
Correct.
Leaders will never put you in a position to be better than them. They'll put you in a position
To do good.
but not better than them.
Never.
So you have to see who's a boss.
Facts.
Look at the friends around them, see how they're treated. Follow bosses and not leaders.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My boy Eli Preme.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure.
It's the best podcast. Let's go, everybody. Subscribe, like, comment, show love. This is my brother right here.
We're still giving out 2 shoes to whoever comments.
Yes,
you gotta
sir.
beat this guy in a one-on-one, either Madden or 2K.
Not happening.
And that's it. We'll see you on the
go.
next episode.
Let's get it. Thank you guys for watching. We out.